Hola, mi gente. My name is Elijah Gale, and we're here to be honored. It is such a pleasure to have the incomparable Lisa Velez here. I know you know all the hits, Can You Feel the Beat, and all the other amazing songs, but she is a pioneer for so many Latino and Latinas in the music industry. Thank you so much, Lisa, for being here. It is an incredible honor.
Thank you. It's my honor to be here.
And first, I have to not only give you your flowers, but I have to tell you a funny story, because when my mom first came to this country, Dominican Republic, she listened to your music. She had a poster of you on her wall.
Really?
And so it's such a full circle moment, because for you, you've inspired so many Latinos and Latinas beyond music. And so this moment is for you, to give you your flowers.
That's beautiful. I appreciate that.
Of course.
It's important for me to accept all that, because I really dedicate all of this to my mom, rest her soul. She was a hardworking woman, and you know, her strength, everything she went through that I was able to see, got me where I'm at today.
Now, speaking of your mom, you had the privilege of playing her in the Lifetime movie of
Yes.
your own life. How was that for you to play your mother?
Crazy. Who better to play her but me? Because I mean, I look exactly like her, and to see my life through her eyes, and wow, everything that I put her through, that she just was a hardworking woman, and she wanted to make sure, a single mom, she put, you know, everything into making sure that her 10 children were able to live their dreams. So she worked hard.
I bet it was incredibly therapeutic to be on that set, to play her, and to see you as well. When you were on set, were you seeing it through the eyes of your mother? Were you seeing it through the eyes of younger you?
Both. Absolutely. Watching Jerness take on that role, she ate that up. You know, it was funny how Tony and I, we were sent so many different reels on auditions, and she's the only one that read young Lisa. Tony was like, it's her, it's her. I saw my sister.
Oh, wow.
I look at her and I see my sister.
There were so many powerful scenes there. There was a scene where you had to encounter a producer, right? Those were really tough things that you had to go through, that so many women had to go through back in the 80s. It was a boys' club. The music industry was a boys' club.
Absolutely.
And to kind of relive that moment and to put that in the film, what was that like emotionally for you?
Therapeutic, absolutely, because it was something that I had to learn, you know, to be able to say no. Tony helped me a lot. She pulled me right out of that, and she kept my eyes wide open. But, you know, it's difficult being the only female in the beginning, on the road with 9 men, and it was the 80s. I was a young girl, and a Latina girl at that. And it was difficult because I was so naive, but I got through it. And I'm so appreciative that I am here today to speak on it.
Speaking of getting through it, first of all, congratulations on being cancer-free.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
God.
you, Lord.
Thank you, yes.
When you first found out about that at such a young age, what was that like emotionally for you?
I didn't know how to soak that in. I was like, no, it's impossible. I can't have something like this. But you gotta move on. My mom went through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And to see that strength, that power to just, you know, go through what she went through and always have a smile on her face, I was like, I gotta get through this. I gotta move on. So I was able to work with a great nurse and my oncologist, and whatever city we hit, you know, I got my treatments, and just very quietly go through it, because I got a lot of bad reactions with a lot of things with whom I was working with. And it was ridiculous. Like, are you pregnant? And why are you always sleeping? And, you know, come on, we gotta work. You're slow, let's go. And I just had to say, all right, stop and let's go.
Wow. Now, in addition to all that, you also were dealing with finding out that the contract that you signed really wasn't the best contract. When you look back at those decisions, how does that affect you now and how you sign contracts?
Oh, dot every I and cross every T. Everything has to be in black and white. And I have a fantastic ride or die, my manager, my best friend, Tony, and she just takes care of everything. We make sure that we read into everything, and we fight for what we think we deserve.
That bond is so strong, and we obviously see that in the music industry now. For the musicians in the 80s, was that sisterhood a powerful thing amongst other musicians?
I don't know. I really didn't notice a lot of that because, again, the music industry is very, very iffy, you know, and it's hard to get really good with other people, but I didn't focus on any of that. I just focused on making sure that I was all right.
Back then when you first got your #1, you got to be around these circles of these big time musicians. Did you ever get starstruck?
Oh, I still get starstruck. I fangirl out a lot. I do, because I love entertainment, anything that has to do with this industry, music, and artistry is everything. To see someone who's so fantastic, I mean, I have a lot of idols. And when I see them, Tony got to grab me. He's like, calm down, relax. I want pictures. I want an autograph. I want to be able to shake your hand. I think it's beautiful.
When was the first time you got starstruck from someone in the 80s during that time?
When I met Patti LaBelle, one of my idols. I love her. And we were doing background vocals on her album.
Really?
I was on that album, yeah. And I got into the studio because I was told, come on, we got to go and rehearse the background vocals so that we can start recording everything. And she walked in. And I freaked out. I ran. Dito. I ran. And she came after me and she hugged me. Oh. And she was like, little girl, you're fine. Wow. Don't do that. Wow. Take it in. And I did.
To get embraced by someone of that caliber, and then for so many other Latina girls to look at you as their Patti LaBelle, what does that mean to you as an artist?
Oh my God, anything that I can do to make it easier for them, any words that I can say, just make sure that you keep your eyes wide open, wide open, and get everything in black and white. Have a lawyer. That's my advice.
Did you realize how much of an influence that you would have when all of that was going on, being the first Latina to top the charts and doing all these things and really being that pillar and that first? Did you realize that back then?
Not at all. Not at all. I still sometimes don't understand what it is. I just, you know, I appreciate that title. I'll take it. Thank you. Anything that I can do to open doors for people, thank you, God. I just really love to do what I do, and I want to do it right. I want to do it right. So if y'all are out there, come on. Follow in the footsteps. Let's go.
Now, filming the biopic, what was the hardest scene to kind of relive?
That first scene was hard.
With your dad?
Yeah. Because, truth be told, that was really how I first met my father.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, back in the day, I mean, Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
We used to always have a bat by the door. Always.
Oh, so that bat was real?
That
really happened? Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. It was a real thing. Still is to this day. So, you know, it was difficult to, I remember when we first went into hair and makeup and the eyebrows got on my face. I was like, oh my God, she's here. I saw her face. I was like, wow. And then to walk into that scene, to the set, everything was, it just took me right back. And oh my goodness, the heat from the bottom of my feet all the way up to the top of my head, and I started crying. I was like, woo, pictures, everything, color, smell, everything was there. Wow. So it was really difficult, but it's okay because it's something that needed to be said. It's my life.
Was there almost a sense of sadness or anger in that moment?
I think I went through a roller coaster of emotion. It was everything, everything that I went through. Sadness, happiness that it was being told. The fact that I can't believe that I survived all of that. My mother survived all of that. Wow. Rest her soul. Mommy's been gone for 15 years now. Wow. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk to you about owning masters because that's something that they didn't give you that option back then.
No,
and they're
not at
still
all.
Not giving a lot of these big artists options. You see people like Taylor Swift having to re-record her masters.
Absolutely.
I understand that you're re-recording some of your songs in Spanish as well.
Absolutely. We just released All Cried Out in the salsa version.
Ooh.
It's called No Lloraré Más, and it's on all platforms, so please download. But yeah, I think it's really important to own your masters. So we're going to go in and re-record everything.
In both English and Spanish?
Yep.
Oh, yes. Yes. Whenever you hear a remix of your song, does it make you happy or does it almost irk you because you know that you don't own those masters and you didn't really have a say in who got to sample that track? I
put that all in the past. You know, it doesn't irk me at all. I'm like this. It's an honor that people want to redo my music. You know, I'm like, wow, they're thinking of me. And they feel like that was funky enough to redo. So I'm honored.
Now, speaking of being honored and someone taking some of your samples. Angie Martinez back in the day took
Yeah.
a sample, and that was such a big hit, but she was also involved in the film. And she's someone who has said that she has looked up to you so much.
So sweet.
And so for her to be a part of the project, what was that like for you?
That was the epitome of honor. And she's a legend in her own right. And I did a cameo in that video. And she's just so sweet and so in tune with everything that's happening in this business. So we just needed her in there.
Now we got to talk about Taina. You played the mom on
Yeah.
Taina. But that was, looking back, it's another first because it was the first Latino family on TV.
Yeah.
And you know, looking back at it, how powerful and how iconic it was. Did you guys realize how iconic it was for you guys at that time?
I was getting trinkles of that because my family would tell me that, you know, and friends and people in the industry, they're like, did you know? Did you know? And I'm like, I know now, but it was great. And I wish they would have more.
Yeah.
I really wish it was fun. It was real, you know, and we need more of it.
Now I understand that you're working on a book.
Yeah,
So I can't wait for that. So, but I know, and I heard that within the book, you're going to it's going to be very exclusive and have a lot more than what the biopic had.
Yeah, there's but so much you can fit in 90 minutes.
Right.
You know? So the book is going to tell from beginning to end. Well, there's never an end for me because I plan on being the Puerto Rican Lena Horne on the stage. I want to be 100 plus on that stage. So it's going to tell everything, word for word.
Everything. When you mean everything, you mean everything.
I think everything needs to be told because it's my truth.
Absolutely.
And I want to give it to the people.
Now, to be an amazing mother, now to your two sons.
My boys.
To your boys. What is that like for you to have them know your story and to be able to have them watch your biopic? What was that like for them to see that?
I don't want to get emotional. My kids are everything to me, my boys. So everything that I do for them. And I want to leave them a legacy. And for them I just wanted them to see what it is I do outside of being home and doing laundry and cooking and cleaning and all that stuff. And I want them to know that I really, really love to perform. And they're able now to see, wow, you really did do that. They were with me at the premiere of the biopic, and I got nothing but hugs and kisses from them. I was like, oh my God.
To all the other artists out there, the Latina artists who look up to you, the ones who are just trying to make it in this industry, first getting their foot in the door, what do you have to say to them?
Keep that head up. Master that craft. Read everything before you put pen to, ink to paper. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do this. If this is something that you want to do, I'm a true believer that anything can happen. You can make it all happen. I'm a mom and I'm a working woman, and I made it happen.
Now, when can we expect the re-releases and all those in Spanish and English? When can we expect that?
Again, No Lloraré Más is out now on all platforms, but we're in the process of putting all that. We're in the studio recording. Okay. I'm on tour. I'm working a lot, and we're doing that book. So just look out for it. It'll be out soon.
And last question: what artists now would you love to collaborate with?
Bad Bunny. Cardi B.
Bad Bunny and Cardi B.
My people, yes.
Yes.
I'm putting it out there.
Yes. You heard it here first. Lisa, Bad Bunny, Cardi B. You need to be on a song with this icon. Lisa, thank you so much. It is an honor and such a privilege to have this conversation with you. So thank you.
Wow.